Hey guys, what is going on? It is Chris here. We are looking at today's best price picks for MLB for the 15th of April. If you guys go ahead and like the video, leave a like. I definitely do appreciate it. And also hit that subscribe button for more NBA, MLB, FanDuel, and price pick lineup advice videos. And we'll be posting a NBA lineup, video a little bit. So today we're going to be looking at a couple of strikeouts here in this one. Join us for premium. We'd love to have you guys. We do have premium, and we also do have free as well. If you guys want to get in on our free picks, like I said, we have our Discord. Get in on the Discord. That's where we post all of our stuff. Also on Twitter, we do post a lot of free price picks, a lot of free FanDuel as well. So that's a really good spot to really get all of our free information. And like I said, if you guys are new here, welcome. I appreciate you guys stopping in. But like I said, message us, and we'll have the link down there in the comment section for our Twitter, so you guys can get to. So let's go look at the pitcher strikeouts here for today's slate. Um, I'm going to be focusing kind of on the main one since that's kind of what we're looking at. So one guy I kind of want to look at here is Jeffrey Spriggs. His pitcher strikeouts is 5.5, taken on Chicago. Let's go look at the stats real quick. This is what I like to do. I like to dive into the stats and tell you why I like each person and not just, hey, this is who I like. So we're going to dive in why I like that person. So let's go look at Spriggs real quick. So he is ranked the second overall pitcher on the slate here. So, like I said, he has a 23% K rate, so that's really not too bad. The only bad thing with Spriggs is he has a 10% walk rate. So, if we're trying to chase strikeouts, the walk rate is a little bit high. But the good thing though is, as you see, the opponent though on the year, 24.8% strikeout rate. The last 7 days, Chicago's been striking out at 30.5%. Their ISO's at 48.48. So that just tells me Chicago's not hitting the ball. So really high strikeout rate from Chicago at 30. And then we also have Spriggs around 24, 25. I don't mind taking the shot on the 5.5. I think he could definitely hit it. Tyler Miguel, I think he's going to hit exactly 6. So 5 or 6 is what I have him at. Minnesota doesn't strike out as much either, so you could go on the slight under on this one, but still, I think he's going to hit right where he should be. Then we got Jack Flaherty here sitting at 6, so this is going to be an interesting one too. I think he's going to get 6 or 7. Milwaukee. So the big thing with Milwaukee is they're not the biggest strikeout team. Jack Flaherty does have a 31% K rate on the year, so that's really good. Obviously, but Milwaukee has only been striking out 20.7% of the time in the last 7 days. So I think, like I said, it's going to be hard to hit that. I think 5 or 6 is right where it should be. These lines are pretty tight so far. Eric Fetty, though, I think I could take the under on him. His is at 4. And the reason why I say that is because he's going to be taking on Houston. And Houston doesn't strike out. We saw yesterday with Sonny Gray, a pretty good strikeout pitcher, barely could do anything against Houston strikeout wise. I'm going to go the under on Fetty here. He only strikes out 8.8% of the time. He has a 14% walk rate, massive 47% fly ball rate. So teams are hitting him. Like I said, and he's just not striking out. Only 8%. And like I said, Houston is striking out 15% of the time here. Um, I wouldn't be surprised on the under on Fetty. So personally, I would probably take an under at 4. I don't think he's going to get that. I think he's going to get lit up in this one. I'm not sure why Tyler Malley's on here. He's not starting. Corbin is. So Price Picks messed that up. Shutomaga at 4. I think you could hit the over on this one. It's a little bit riskier though because San Diego does not like to strike out. Um, and it's just like I said, they only have a 17% K rate, and Amaga's only striking out at 15. So I think he's going to hit right at 4, or maybe 3 or 4, one of the two. Um, Landon Knack. So this is going to be an interesting one here. So Colorado strikes out quite a bit. As mentioned in the DFS one, I don't mind Knack, but the only thing though is his walk percentage is massive at 18.2. So he has a really good 22% K rate, which helps him out in this matchup against Colorado because Colorado strikes out 30% of the time. So he should be able to hit his K prop. But with that walk percentage, I don't like that because as we know, the more pitches you're going to throw, and especially being a young pitcher, I don't know how much of a leash Roberts is really going to give him if he walks 2 or 3. So I think Knack can hit 5. It's just I think they're priced right where they should be. Let's go look at the hits, runs, and RBIs real quick. A couple stacks I don't mind. So I think the main one to look at here is going to be the Angels. I think you just pick and choose a couple of these Angel bats. Like I said, they're taking on Corbin, and Corbin is not great, as we know. He's one of the worst pitchers out there. Let's see here. Let's go find the Angels here. But yeah, like I said, he's one of the worst pitchers, so I really don't mind a little bit of righties against him. Corbin is obviously a lefty, so I think he lit up a little bit in this one. All right, there we are. So yeah, like Logan O'Hoppe at 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. I really think he can get the over on that. Kyrie and Paris has been slumping a little bit, but taking on the lefty at 0.5 with that, I think that's pretty easy. Luis Fergo is a switch hitter, so another guy that you can look at. Um, Tim Anderson's even cheap too. So I mean, out of those, I'd probably go Logan O'Hoppe's probably the main guy. Mike Trout, Taylor Ward. Like I said, all those guys at over 1.5, I think are in good spots. And I really don't mind a couple righty bats either for Texas Rangers taking on Yusei Kikuchi. So guys like Adonis Garcia, Marcus Simeon, I don't mind taking the over on those guys. Jonah Heim at 0.5, another guy that I wouldn't be surprised. Like he's on my home run target list. Austin Wells was on my long home run target list yesterday, and he actually hit a home run. So, um, yeah, so he's going to be my long shot. And then over here for Houston, like I said, like Isaac Paredes at 0.5, I think the over on that. If he's batting, fourth or fifth, I think that's a solid spot for him. Christian Walker's been struggling. Another guy that could definitely pop off, though. I don't know a ton about Cam Smith, but Isaac Paredes probably for Houston is probably the one that I would target. Like I said, I'm just not afraid of Eric Fetty. I'm not. He's not good. So, see. Not really feeling any of those guys in the later games too much. Um, So you could look at Altuve, but 1.5 is a little high for him. Um, and like I said, you can look at some Oakland guys. So not Oakland, Athletic guys. Taking on Burke, and Burke is really not a good pitcher. Actually, one of the worst pitchers on the slate here today. Let's go look at his stats real quick, and then we'll wrap it all up here. But yeah, Sean Burke projected to give up 4.1 runs here. Only has a 13% K rate, 10% swing strike rate. And then a 6% walk rate. So 46% fly ball rate here for him against the Athletics. I really do expect the Athletics to hit a little bit here. Let's go look at the Athletics the last 7 days. Not a crazy ISO. They're only striking out 17% of the time. Their wall was at 300. So I really think they could probably get 4 or 5 in this one, taking on Burke. So like I said, if you're doing the props over here, I don't mind like Shane Langoliers, and Duhar could be a GPP, but he's not doing great this year. Like I said, a couple lefties as well, so maybe JJ in a risky one. Lawrence Butler, like I said, a couple of these guys are in half decent spots. Tyler Sorsdom, especially at 1.5, I don't mind the over. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Looks like price tight early on with the pitcher, especially the pitcher strikeout. First inning runner loud real quick, see if there's any I like. I could see under on this one. Spencer and Kevin. Kevin's strikeout rate's a little bit lower this year at 20%, but also Atlanta does strike out. They did get to Lucas yesterday, but I could see the under on first innings here. I could see yes on more here because I could see Walker maybe giving up a run or a home run here in the first. So I could see the over on that one. This one's tricky because on paper you would want to say more, but I could see the first inning. I could see Spriggs and Burke maybe not doing it, being good, and then Burke gets lit up after that. So I could see the less on that one. I don't mind that one. Um, and then this one over to Amaga and Randy. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Like I said, if you guys have any other categories you guys want me to look at instead, definitely let me know. If you want to come join us for premium or our free advice, let us know. Chris Anthony NBA1 on Twitter. Give us a follow. Link will be down there in the comment section below for you guys. Click that link. Give us a follow while you're there. We'll follow you guys back. And like I said, we'd love to have you guys come join us as well. So, and like I said, this is DFS, but scored a 219 last night for DFS, and we did a really good stack with Tampa Bay and the Dodgers. So, yeah, that's mostly it, guys. So if you guys do want any more advice, like I said, let me know. Some of these change. So, all right. Once again, thank you for watching. If you guys like the video, leave a like, and we'll see you guys in the next one.